Right. So, what's up, people? Today I thought I'd do a video on how becoming a musician works. So I know some people don't know what you can do as a musician, and a lot of people think that it's basically, if you want to become a musician, all you want to do is become a famous person who goes out on stage and sings and you know what I'm talking about. But that's not actually the majority of musicians. There is tons of music jobs out there. That's only the one you see most. So I thought I'd talk about how to become a musician, like how to start off a music business. So let's get right into it. The thing about music is everybody thinks it's like that happy, lucky thing, like YouTubing. Everyone thinks you get lucky with YouTube. One thinks you get lucky with music. They think it's a lucky fame thing. You just hit a lucky strike. That's not what it is. Music is not like that. It is an actual explorable career. So is YouTube. You just have to put work into it, and you have to know what work you have to put into it. You're your own boss. You got to do the research to find out what you have to do. And that is where most people fail. First, I figured let's talk about how you can get started making your own music to actually bring to the world and start making money off of. There's a bunch of different things you can do. If you want to start out without spending money, you're gonna need some sort of instrument. If you don't want to just do it electronically, you're gonna want some sort of instrument. And you can download Audacity on your computer. And what you can do with that is you can record you playing that instrument into it. You can record singing into it. You can record humming. You could do a cappella. If you don't have an instrument, you could just sing a cappella. You just get Audacity. It's good software to start out with for recording things into it. And you can start making music like that. If you want to make some rock music, if you want to make maybe classical, just some sort of music that's basically not electronic, that takes an actual instrument, you can download Audacity and just play that instrument into that software and create music with that. And so that is one option. Then there's another option, which if you're getting really serious, I would suggest, and that is to buy actual dedicated create your music software like Ableton, Fruity Loops, or FL Studios. There's tons of YouTube videos about what software is best to use. Personally, I like Ableton, and I use Ableton, and it works pretty well for me. Now, you will want that if you're going to do electronic music specifically, because that is where you can get all your electronic sounds, but then on top of that, you can just play instruments into it. Like, it's got piano instruments, you can download violin plugins, you've got guitars on there, and then you don't have to actually learn the physical instrument. You can just key it into that software, and it'll play it from there, and you can record singing on top of it or whatever. So those are some ways you can create your music. Once you have your music, once you've got that part down and you've got some music created, you've got some tracks under your belt, that's when you can start going and looking for ways to make money off of your music. Now, there are some ways to do this. So one thing you can do is, obviously, you can go and put your music on radios. You can send it to radios, you can send it to blogs, you can try to become like an actual popular musician like we see. So to do that, you're going to want to get some sort of label. Now, DistroKid is a little bit iffy, but if you're just starting out, it's fine. So I would say do some research on some record labels. They're not that hard to find, but if you just want to be kind of a rookie musician, you can just go with DistroKid. And that's, you just pay $20 a year and upload your music to that, and they'll put it on all these different streaming services like Spotify. That's what I personally do. You can also send your music out to blogs and such. So there's books on that. It's kind of difficult to do that because it's hard to find where to send it, and it's really hard to learn how to actually format an email and send it off to them. It's very complicated, and you'll want to do that to a ton of radios because it's gonna take a while to get in one. But if you just look for radios, You write out this nice little email about yourself, put links to your tracks in the email. If they pick you out, just one radio, if you get your music on one radio, you're set. People are going to know about you, you're going to get your name out there, and they're going to find out about you and listen to your music, and that brings in the revenue. So that is a very viable option. It just takes a while, and it takes a lot of work because you got to write a really nice email for them to actually for it to catch their eye and for them to click on it and listen to your music. So then there is another way of making money off of your music, and that is selling your music to people who need it for their creative works. So a good place to do this would be Fiverr. I personally do Fiverr. I make custom tracks for people. You just do that for pretty cheap, and if you actually get that up and running on there, then you can get up to a lot of money per gig you make, and that is decently profitable. That could be a really nice side gig, or if you get it up running enough, it could probably overtake a full-time job. You just creating music for that. You could also send your music through email to people who want to use it, who would consider actually buying it from you to use it in things like movies or videos, or possibly even radio stations could buy it from you. And you'll want to look for people and send it to people who will actually pay you because they need this music for their creative works. So yeah, those are the two best ways that I am aware of that you can make money off of music. Now, neither of those are a happy-go-lucky thing. The popularity one kind of is, because you have to kind of get lucky with the radios and send it at the right time and hope they see it. But you can always improve the chances of that, because you can write a better email. You can write such an eye-catching topic email. Just say something really catchy that they could like, and that will up your chances of clicking that and choosing you. You can always up your odds of getting to that point. You just have to put the work in. The more radios you submit to, the more chances it is that you're going to get your music submitted to a radio station. People think it's way more just about luck than it is actual work ethic and what you're doing. It is heavily dependent on what you're doing. If you pour your time into it and you know what you're doing, then this is actually a profitable business, and I would say go for it. If being a musician is your dream like it is mine, I would definitely say go for it. At least as a part-time hobby. Don't jump straight in. Don't quit your job or something to become a musician. But start it at least as a hobby. Just start doing it in your free time. Start making music, start submitting it to radio stations or selling it to people who want to buy your music, and just see where it goes. And if you can actually get it taken off the ground, then you can pursue it as a full-time career. Alright, I hope this video was helpful to you, and I hope you learned something new about being a musician. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. It would make my day. And if you would like to continue with me on this journey of insanity, most of my videos are insanity, this one was actually sophisticated, then I would say subscribe, hit the bell, that way you can be notified whenever I post another video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys!